Hello lovely humans of the internet, welcome back for another video. Today's video I'm actually so excited about because I am so excited for autumn winter fashion. Like, I do prefer summertime in terms of like, I like sunshine, I don't like rain, but gosh, I do love autumn and winter fashion. Like, it's just better. Like, there's just so much more things to mix and match with, like layering, like there's just so many good things, like coats, love. Like, there's a lot more like simplicity I think in summer fashion, whereas like in winter, like there's just so many more options of just like different variations, things you can try, layering options. It's just amazing. So I thought I would do a list of the autumn winter trends for 2021 that I am loving, because there are so many. Like, I'm not necessarily going to be like buying into all of them, I'm not necessarily going to be like investing further in them this year or anything like that, but there's some things maybe I already have, maybe things I might be looking maybe to like thrift or like get in a secondhand shop or something. Because you might have noticed, like, I have been doing less hauls and stuff. I've definitely been starting to move towards maybe getting more things secondhand and trying to maybe like Depop, like gifting on Depop or things like that. But it does depend just on the day, on the week, to be fair. So yeah, so I thought I would just do some of the ones I'm loving. Some of them I'm hating and I'm not really into as much, but there are some I am very much in love with, so I thought we'd go through them. First up, one of my favorite trends is the quilted jacket. And it's actually something I don't have one. Oh, actually that's not true. I have a quilted jacket, like a leather quilted jacket, which is kind of funny because it kind of that ties in like so many trends as well that are very much in for 2021 again. Obviously you guys probably saw last year jackets were super in, and quilted jackets were also very in, but they're very much back again this year and in lots of different forms as well, and I absolutely love them. I'll obviously give you guys a few little like types of ones I'm loving, and yeah, I'm definitely looking for like a really long line one this year. I'd really love to find one. There was a few I was eyeing up last year, but I didn't end up getting my hands on them. I just think they're so perfect because they're kind of like a puffer, so they're really lovely and warm, really cozy, but they just look so cool as well, and I just think they are. And in relation to that, actually, I recently got my hands on a quilted vest, like a gilet, which, not gonna lie, if you told me like a few years ago that I'd be buying a gilet, I'd be like, are you kidding me? But this is like a quilted gilet, which I am absolutely obsessed with. I've been wearing it like every day the last little while. It's so perfect for autumn, but also perfect going into winter for like layering, like adding some extra layers, like a bit of extra warmth. And also with like the quilted style, it's just so cute. And it's obviously also in my next section, like vests. And obviously I'm kind of putting like gilets into it because it's very much like, it is a vest in a way, but obviously kind of like a jacket vest. But then also sweater vests are back in this year, which I am loving. I got my hands on a few last year, and I'll definitely bring them back out again. Like, very much that kind of preppy style is very much again back in, which is really cool because I really like it. I think it's a really cool one. And also another one is like the kind of suit vest, like the waistcoat kind of vibe, and was very in, which is another one like I haven't got my hands on one yet. And I'm not sure if I will like buy a high street one, to be fair. I think I might like look in charity shops and stuff and see if I can find one there, because it's kind of one of those trends I'm not necessarily sure if I will still like in a year's time. So I really don't want to like I know like high street isn't investing, but I don't want to be spending money on something that I'm not sure if I'm going to still like in like another year's time or something. Whereas I feel like sweater vests are kind of like jumpers. Like, I feel like you definitely can like a knit jumper. So I feel like definitely, even when it's maybe not as much of a trend, you can still be using it. Like, even if it's just underneath something, like you wouldn't even know it's a sweater vest, if that makes sense. So I definitely think it's something that like you can kind of use for years to come, even if like sweater vests aren't going to be in like 4 years time or something. But yeah, the vest trend, I'm really about it, really like it, really loving my gilet. I think it's so cool, super nice and oversized. And it's just like really simple, like a simple black color, but I just think it's such like a cool way to kind of like, it's so weird because it like gilets in my head are very like kind of like going for a hike kind of vibe, and like I just think like my mother as opposed to like a cool item, whereas I actually think it adds like a really cool kind of street style feel to any of the outfits I put it with, and I just love it. Like over a sweat, like an oversized sweatshirt, or even just over a t-shirt, like maybe over a t-shirt but like under a trench, like all those kind of things are just love it. So yeah, there's just so many ways I'm gonna style them, and I just love the vest trend. So then the next thing actually, which is very much like a continuation from, why do I always burp in videos? Like, I'm actually disgusting. Continuation from last year's kind of like loungewear style is like full knit, like knit head to toe, and which, to be fair, I'm kind of on board with. I don't per se have any like full knit sets that I will be bringing into autumn winter, but they're definitely back in again. Even like full length like knit dresses and stuff, which are so gorgeous and like such a lovely versatile piece for like autumn winter, and I just think they're so gorgeous. They're like, can add like a really lovely feminine feel to outfits. So yeah, that's another one I'm not necessarily sure if I'm going to be like investing in or not, but I do really love it, and I think it's just like it's a really like feminine trend, which I really like, because a lot of the trends this year are definitely a lot more on the masculine side, which I love. But if you are slightly more like on the feminine kind of with your style, then the full neck could be definitely an option for you. So the next up then we have the oversized everything. Like, I think literally at the moment, obviously oversized everything is just very in. Oversized blazers, oversized sweatshirts, oversized jeans, oversized trousers, like just everything oversized. But I think specifically blazers, which, to be fair, like I've been obsessed with for a while. Like, I have a ridiculous amount, to be fair, at this point. Majority of them actually thrifted, and literally like it's so easy to find good blazers in charity shops. Like, go to the men's section and just look through it. Sometimes they're all a bit too big, and then they just look a bit silly, because like they're sometimes a little bit like too big on the shoulders, and it's definitely getting the balance right. But like, you definitely can get some amazing quality ones. I picked up a gorgeous linen one during the summer, which I've worn all summer, and it's like beautiful. Like, I think it's like really high percentage of linen. I picked up 100% wool one recently, and for €10, like, and literally 100% wool. Like, how good is that? So it's gonna be lovely and warm for the winter. It's also like a lovely chocolate brown, which is a color that's very, very in this year still, and it's going to continue into the winter, which is really, really fun. So that one I'm definitely getting loads of wear out of. But yeah, just everything oversized. I'm just loving. I find myself, I really like kind of smarter accents within my outfits. So I do always find that, like, let's say like the kind of like oversized sweatshirt with oversized jeans, I don't often go more towards that. I would often maybe go oversized blazer with jeans, or like I might do say like oversized sweatshirt with like a trouser, or like an oversized trouser or something. And like, I do really love that look, but I definitely always add that kind of like smart accent, because I just feel like with my style I just prefer it. Another also tip for wearing all oversized would be to use like the slick back hairstyles, which I know like you might be like, oh, that's not really my thing, because to be fair, it wasn't my thing till recently. But goodness, with oversized looks, like, it's so easy to look real sloppy and just like a bit thrown together, like you just pulled yourself out of bed. But putting an oversized, what am I saying, putting like a slick bun into your hair literally just puts a level on that outfit that was just not there before. I promise you, trust me, it's true. Like, literally, it's just love it. It's so good. So yeah, so that's definitely one. Another one of that actually is the leather blazer. So like the oversized leather blazer, which we obviously saw all of like last winter's autumn winter, but it's definitely back in again this year, which is really exciting, because I did invest in one last year and I absolutely love it. Like, it's just so gorgeous, and I'm so glad that it's coming back in this year, because it's just such a classic piece. And of course leather is back in. So sorry, that brings me to my next one. Leather. Like, leather is again back in. I know for a lot of people leather can be a little bit scary, because leather can be a bit like extra, but it's such a fun one to style, and is definitely great for autumn winter for sure, as opposed to like obviously summer. It's a bit too hot for summer usually. But I'm very, very excited. I have a gorgeous pair of leather black trousers that I wear all the time. They're like a lovely like kind of mum style fit. My leather blazer, I actually got a leather trench coat on Depop it was in one of my videos actually, and I really haven't worn it very much, because obviously we kind of went into summer, and it's kind of like this like tan brown, which is quite a unique color. So I'm definitely gonna kind of do some work to work out ways I might style it, because it is just so gorgeous, but it is a little bit more out there, so it's kind of like a harder one to style. But yes, one thing I'd really, really love to invest in is some leather like full length trousers. So obviously the whole kind of full length trouser, like full length jean, kind of that whole trend is very much in at the moment. I'm sure you've seen, and I'd love to get a full length pair of leather trousers because I just think they look so cool. Very much like Ross kind of Geller vibes, but I just think it's great. So yeah, that's definitely something I'm keeping my eye out for this year, because I do think although leather might not always be like the current thing, like leather can always be worn, like, because in some ways, especially if you just have a black leather, like you can kind of wear it any year. Like it's very much quite, it's simple, but like it has like a little spice to it. So I do think it's definitely great. In regards to trench coats, actually, I was mentioning trench coats, of course, they're in every year, to be fair. They're not really a trend, but literally I am so excited to be wearing my trench coat again. Like I'm just so happy. Like I love my trench coat, and I get compliments on my trench coat nearly every time I wear it. And like it's just one from ASOS. I got it last year and I've worn it to death like already, and I just know I'm gonna have this trench coat for literally years to come, and I'm gonna wear it every single autumn winter, every single winter when I can get away with it, every spring. Like I'm going to be living in it 100%, and I'm so excited about it. So another trend I've been seeing a lot is actually the cropped jacket, like crop blazers, just generally crop jacket, but particularly crop blazers I've been seeing a lot of, and I just think it is so gorgeous. I personally do not have one, and I don't know whether I will invest in one or not. I think it's one of those ones, like if I maybe have a weak moment, I might. And I might maybe if I come across one like in a charity shop or something. I know I was in a charity shop a little while ago and I saw one and I nearly went for it, but it was like, it wasn't as oversized as I wanted it to be, so I didn't end up going for it. But I just think it is such a cool trend, especially if you're someone who maybe wants to accentuate your waist a bit. Like if you put it with a nice high-waisted pair of trousers and a crop blazer, like it literally snatches that waist in like so nicely. But generally just crop blazers as well are just super cute. Obviously like they're not the warmest things because like those kidneys are just freezing there, but they are very cute and they look really nice and they snatch in that waist nicely, and I just do think they're a really cool trend. And I'm just kind of about them. So yeah, I don't know if I'll be investing in them this year, but they are something I'm really loving, and I just think they're really cool. Then obviously again, another thing we've obviously noticed, if you've like existed in the world for the last 6 months, you'll notice the color is really in for 2021. Like there's bright greens, bright like pinks, bright yellows, all of those kind of colors, so in, and I just think they're so nice. I've definitely got a lot more into color this year. I feel like if you guys have followed me for a little while, like you know I am a neutral gal. Like I love neutral, like just relaxed kind of neutral colors, and that's just me. But this year I think it's partly like coming out of COVID. Obviously we're still in COVID, but you know what I mean, like coming out of intense lockdown COVID, it was just like something to like just make you feel brighter and happier. It was just color, and so I think a lot of people jumped on it too, and I'm definitely on the color trend. I am loving it, and I definitely think it's going to continue to go into autumn winter. I'm kind of trying to work out how I'm going to be like styling it. I do really enjoy wearing bright colors with neutrals. So like for example, I have this beautiful yellow, like bright yellow shirt that I love to wear. I got it just in a charity shop. Also shirts, so into them. That's just my own obsession. But yeah, bright yellow shirt, but I love wearing with like my cream trousers, like just a white shoe and a white bag, like a really neutral outfit apart from the yellow, and I just think it looks so lovely. And it kind of mutes it down slightly, whereas I find sometimes when you pair bright colors with like dark, like blacks and stuff, I always find it feels a little bit more harsh. So I really love to pair with like kind of neutral colors, and I just think it is so pretty. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to be continuing on that, like obviously wearing the bright colors that I have. But yeah, I think it will be kind of interesting seeing how I continue to bring them into winter and like styling them there, but I'm really excited for them. So obviously I already mentioned previously about trousers and wide leg trousers, and I see a mixture of like obviously the jeans you've been seeing. Like jeans are often very wide leg, full length kind of trousers, and I've been loving that. I've got a couple of ones from Weekday recently which I'm obsessed with, and I've been wearing loads, and I just absolutely love them. But trousers specifically as well, like the smart trousers, which also is like just the best item ever. And I've definitely been trying to find more and more of them because I've just worked out that they are so comfortable and like look so nice. And like, why am I not just wearing them all the time? Like, why would you ever wear jeans if you could wear trousers? Like I don't even know. But yeah, they're so gorgeous in like a full length. You kind of have that like cool like kind of office chic, but yet like you basically I look real street chic and like with a really nice trainer or something. It just looks so cool and I just absolutely love it. So it's definitely something I will be keeping my eyes out for this autumn winter. I was fine maybe investing in a few new pairs of smart kind of trousers, definitely on like the kind of wider leg full length kind of style. But yeah, I just love it as a trend. I think it is so cool and I just think it's so like, it just is so flattering too. Like the high waist full length makes your legs look so long and just gorgeous, and I just think it is like the coolest trend ever. I'm obsessed. Another thing obviously that is very in this year is stripes, and it's kind of one I don't really have very many stripes and I'm not really sure if I'll be investing in it, because to be fair I feel like sometimes I kind of get into certain things like that, like patterns, and then I kind of like go off them. And so I'm not sure if I'm going to invest in them, but there are some gorgeous like beautiful striped knits that I've been seeing, specifically navy and cream mixture I've been seeing loads of, and they are super stunning. But yeah, that's another one I've been really enjoying, but I'm not sure if I'll invest in myself, just because I'm not sure if it will last the test of time with me, just because I know how I am with patterns and how I can kind of just go off them after a while. So maybe if I find a nice, say like a nice Depop find or maybe a charity shop find, I might, but apart from that, I'm thinking probably won't. But it is gorgeous, so definitely jump on it if you have it. So then in regards to shoes actually, so I actually was kind of thinking of just like clothes items, and I was like, actually there's loads of like shoe trends that are kind of back in again this year. Which is really lovely, because there's some that like a lot have come from last year and they're still here, which I love. Like I love when trends just kind of continue, because obviously you get like extra wear out of them and it's just class. So one of the ones is like rain boots. I'm not sure if that's actually the name for them though, but I was trying to like think what they were called, and like I was looking up online to try to remember what they were called, and like that's all I found, but I feel like it sounds very American, but maybe they are called like that. So they're kind of like the rubberized like high knee boots that are just like they came in kind of last winter, autumn winter, and they were just so cool, and I actually ended up investing in some. Well, actually not really investing, I got them on Depop at the end of winter last year, so I haven't really got much wear out of them, but I'm really excited for them to be coming back again this year, and I'm really excited to try style them. I found it a bit of a challenge actually styling them last year, because obviously often they kind of go well with like dresses and stuff, which I often don't wear a lot of in the autumn winter time, but I'm really excited to try style them more, and they're definitely back in again this year, which is great. So I'm definitely going to get a bit more wear out of them, because I was so worried that actually they would just kind of be kind of out of trend by this year, and then I kind of would have wasted the purchase on them. But I'm really glad that they're definitely coming back, and I'm really excited about it. So another shoe option as well that's definitely back in again this autumn winter, which has kind of been in all summer, is that kind of vintage dad style shoes, like trainers. Like obviously that there's loads of like New Balance ones. I literally am so bad with all like the official names of them, but I'll put up some photos of like the most kind of common ones, and there's definitely some of those I'll be very tempted in getting a few pairs of. I currently have some New Balances, oh I don't know what they're called, and no, 570s? I don't know. I currently do have a pair of New Balances which I absolutely love. They're so comfortable, and they bring such a cool like street style vibe to outfits, which I absolutely love. But there's definitely a few, like there's a cool pair of like Nike dad style ones, but there's also some other New Balances which I love that I would definitely be tempted in kind of getting my hands on this autumn winter. But yeah, I just love a trainer. Oh, I just love a trainer. They're just so great. I would just buy trainers for days if I had the money for it. And then last off, shoe wise, is the clogs. I'm sure you've seen them everywhere. Like they're just everywhere. Obviously, particularly like the Birkenstock ones. Darren actually has a pair of them, which I got for him like a year ago, which I kind of feel like it's kind of cool that like, well, to be fair, he wanted them, so like he's the trendy one, but like he literally got them before they were really even cool. So I mean, he's doing well, right? But yeah, no, so I've like literally since he got them, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love them so much. Obviously, you know, Birkenstocks are so comfy, and like literally bring them into autumn winter. It's like a way to bring your like comfy Birk sandals into autumn winter. Like, why wouldn't you want to do that? I think they're so cool. I think they're just like such a fun option, something a bit different, especially if you're like a neutral gal who like enjoys her neutral stuff. I always find in autumn winter it can be really hard to find shoes that go really well with neutral things, because I always find obviously these boots, they tend to be black and dark and kind of all that kind of thing. So it's really nice to have different neutral options for shoes, because there are some lovely like neutral colors in like the Birkenstock clogs. I think they're called Birkenstock Boston, pretty sure that's the version. But yeah, so that's all of the trends I am loving for autumn winter 2021. Let me know if there's any that you guys are loving, or ones you're thinking of investing in, or ones you're thinking of just wearing loads of. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope this was helpful in some way of some sort, and I really hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!